Hey everyone, Tristolanier here, and today is New Year's Day. So to celebrate New Year's Day, I thought I would be doing a review video. Now, normally I don't do reviews that often, but I thought it would be special to do something to start out 2022. So today, I'm gonna review one of my favorite My Little Pony episodes of Season 4, which is none other than Power Ponies. Now, this is not going to be like my teapot review where I complain about the things that make BFB go downhill under 2 minutes and the elements it had. No. This is going to be like any ordinary My Little Pony review, but in my opinion. So, let's get started. Also, this would contain spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. I mean, it's a Season 4 episode, you know. So, the episode starts off with Spike reading his comic book, and Twilight is having trouble falling asleep because of him getting to the good part. So, Spike tells her about the crazy maniac and how her plan was supposed to be. He mentions about both her and her henchmen breaking into the Mayornopolis Museum and stealing the glowing electric orb to power her doomsday device. He also mentions about the Power Pony's bumbling and useless sidekick with blue boots and a pointless red cape, which is Humdrum.
Nah, the guy in the blue boots and pointless red cape. The Power Pony's bumbling and totally useless sidekick.
Twilight doesn't understand Spike's conversation, as she said if anybody understands what it's like to get caught up in a really good book, it's only her. Now, when I first watched this scene, I believe it needs a bit more evidence between the visuals and the plot itself. Like, I'm guessing Hasbro probably took the situation after seeing the environment of The Incredibles. I mean, it's not like they're trying to rip off Pixar's property by making an idea of superhero ponies. It's just that they felt betrayed by it. But that's just only my opinion. So the next morning, the main six were fixing up Princess Celestia's Skull Castle. Spike wanted to help them out, but Twilight says they don't need any help at all. She then tells Spike to read the part where Humdrum is about to stop the crazy maniac, but Spike says that he's only there for comic relief. I mean, I feel like it reminds me of the scene of Buddy Pine from The Incredibles when he wants to help Mr. Incredible as he's considered as his #1 fan, but then he says he rather works alone. So when we see Spike as Humdrum later, he kinda looks like him. The only complaint I had with the design is that he doesn't have any rocket boots with him. Anyways, we then get this running gag where Spike steps his foot on a bucket, and I feel like that is like over the top. I mean, whenever this gag briefly appears at a random time, it made me laughing really hard. So Spike continues reading his comic book at a different room, which, well, wherever this room is designed. And then he gets to the next part of the chapter where there's nothing at the end. It was not until he notices a small writing at the bottom, so he reads it very carefully, and then all of a sudden he gets sucked into the book along with the main six trying to save him. So then they all turn into Power Ponies and Humdrum, as they went right into Mayornopolis, which is an interesting place. I like how it's really designed, by the way. So when we see Twilight as the masked something horn, I don't know, Matterhorn or something, I don't know. Then Pinkie Pie is 52nd, and Fluttershy is Saddle Ranger, but for the others, I don't know. Gladly, if you're an expert, tell me these names are for Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, because I forgot what they are. Anyhow, they're amidst with a crazy maniac herself, along with the glowing orb that she stole. So they try to use their powers on her, but nothing seems to work. Not until Rainbow Dash summons a tornado that causes them to get sucked in. And then Applejack saves them as she was after tied up from trying to use the magic whip lasso thingy. I don't know. So they try to find where the maniac and her henchmen are located, which is a shampoo factory. Kinda ironic but convenient at the same time. The main six then attacks almost half of her henchmen, and they were about to stop her. Well, it was not until they were stopped by her spray canister that frees them all in place, as they take them to the factory. Now, it was only up to Spike to save them all. I'm not gonna explain the rest of it because, spoilers. So far, I say this episode is not bad, as I consider this the best episode of Season 4. I mean, not even close to be the best Spike episode in general on my list. So, there are a few things I wanted to say about this episode. There were a couple of funny bits in here, especially the bucket running gag like I mentioned earlier. The one problem I have with it is the Pinkie Pie moments. I mean, seriously, I don't know what to say about them. I don't think none of them made me laugh or made the evidence good. I mean, I'm okay with episodes that has less Pinkie Pie moments, but I think this is the one where it has a couple moments of her. And actually, this doesn't annoy me that much as I find her the useless character that's trying to act like, well, Princess Unikitty as she was hyper and crazy at the same time. But there was one moment in the episode that probably makes it the best season 4 episode out of all time, in my opinion. That is where Spike's character can get done right. Because when he is turned into Humdrum, he tries and fails and tries and fails as he doesn't do anything that much. And it gets so hard that Spike has to give up. But then Twilight in that one scene acknowledges the sacrifices Spike has made. They put themselves in his shoes that commanded him and inspired by him. And at the part where he saves his pony friends, Spike realizes he's not like Humdrum, so much so that his hard work pays off, and without a doubt, the most emotional part of the entire episode. Gosh, why does this remind me of the more I look inside song from Piglet's Big Movie where it made me end up in tears? Anyhow, yes, I conclude this was the very best Season 4 episode in my opinion. And as for spoilers, you better go watch the ending part of the episode where they defeated the maniac. In fact, the final scene was so unexpected. I mean, I was a bit confused of actually what happened, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's my review and thoughts of Power Ponies, a very well-made episode of Season 4 for My Little Pony. Leave a comment below and tell me if you want to see more reviews like this. Again, check it out, but be warned, it may contain spoilers. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. This is Tristan Lanier, signing off.